So today's Friday and I just got home from work and I'm so depressed because I don't have money to go outside. Everything is so expensive that a lot of people are not even hanging out anymore. Like, I haven't seen my friends in months. And I'm telling you, like, when was the last time I saw them? It was Halloween, actually. Halloween of 2024. And nobody hangs out anymore. Nobody wants to hang out anymore because everything is so expensive. Like, drinks cost like a beer or whatever drinks you want to buy literally costs more than $20. 20 and up. And I'm sitting at home looking at this beautiful sunny day. And I know some people might say, oh, you can just go for a walk. But I know, I've done that so many times, going for a walk. But still, you want to have someone, you want to have conversations with other people. People don't even want to talk anymore. That's another thing. Like, people are not even socializing as much as they used to. What a strange world we live in. Why is the world so strange?
When was the last time you left your house and came back with money still in your pocket? Think about it. Really think. Because it's not just you. It's not just your city. It's everywhere. Bars closing at midnight on a Friday. A Street, K Street, ghost towns at 11 p.m. And nobody's talking about why. I'm a millennial, born 1990, Houston. People look at me like I'm weird because I don't go out. But here's the thing. I'm not weird. I'm just paying attention. $100 minimum every single time. Grocery store, $100. Gas, $50. Haircut and retwist, another $150. One date where you're picking up the bill, easy $100 right there. And that's before parking, before tips, before the drink you didn't plan on getting. This isn't a budgeting problem. This isn't a discipline problem. This is a you were priced out of your own life problem. And today, we're going to prove it. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you're going to see this completely differently.
Because what do you mean a ticket to a function costs anywhere from $25 to $45? Transportation to the function probably costs like $40. Food before or after the function probably costs like at least $50. A drink at the function costs $25. And after all said and done, you've already spent $150 at least on the night out. And it's coming to my attention that going out as a young person is becoming increasingly so freaking expensive. So not only are the upper class becoming richer, the lower class are becoming poorer, and they're becoming less confident because they're not going out enough to socialize. And so I think the only way to be social in 2026 without going broke is to be proactive instead of reactive. You cannot be reacting to when your friends say, yo, we're outside, we're going outside, we're going here and there. You know, you have to be proactive and be intentional about the events that you're curating, the events that you're finding. And that's why I also think that the party organizers, the function organizers that not only throw the functions that cost money, but throw also the free functions will create that fan base in 2026 because they will have the loyal audience that will market their function for free, for the free skis.
DC's a bust because how are your bars, like all of your bars, closed? Speakeasies, everything, cigar lounges closed by 12 o'clock on a Friday. I went to A Street and K Street, empty, ghost town, nobody outside at 11.
Am I the only one that feels like as you get older, all you want to do is literally just stay in the house, bro? I swear, y'all, every time I tell people that I live in Houston, they always be like, bro, you don't be out partying, you don't be out in the clubs, drinking and stuff like that, having sections and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, no, nobody has time to be doing that, bro.
That same $18 that I spent, I can buy me a whole pint and have about 4 or 5 drinks instead of that one drink that I had.
Listen, outside is so expensive. I have only been gone for 4 hours and I have already spent $100. Now, this is exactly why I don't like to go nowhere, because as soon as you leave the house, you come back and you've already spent hundreds of dollars. This is why I like to sit in the house. I don't like to go anywhere on the weekends. I like to just mind my business and not even move the car, because as soon as you move the car, $200. As soon as you move the car again, $400. And by the time Monday comes, you have spent hundreds of dollars. It's just way too expensive outside.
Please, somebody tell me, how come every time you step out the house it's $100? No matter what. Baby, they say let's go to the park. No, because when I stop somewhere, it's going to be $100. Just know, I'm not leaving the house. Don't ask. I'm not spending $100 today and every day.
All I know is that it doesn't matter where I go, or if we're just doing a quick errand or we're going to the park or something, every time that we go somewhere, go out, we literally spend $100 or more. And sometimes that's why I don't want to go out or I don't want to do stuff, because anytime we step out of the house, we be spending all the time.
When was the last time you left your house and you spent less than $100? Fucking step out of my house and gone $100. Last time I was able to leave my home safely, 2018. If you leave the house and don't spend $100, how do you do it? I want your budgeting tips. I need to understand what everyone is doing every time they step out of their house.
I'm sorry, but what the actual hell? I don't know if I'm crazy, but when did getting your clothes altered become so expensive? $90 to get 2 dresses, like casual summer dresses, taken in. $90, that's $45 a dress. She said $90 even. I said, hello? Am I crazy? I do not, I understand. Huh? I just paid $100. And these are 2 dresses that were thrifted. I didn't even spend a quarter of that on the dresses. Would have not gotten that done if I knew how much it was going to be. What the hell?
Bro, is it me or does it cost $100 to step out the house nowadays? Like every time I try to go to somewhere, I have to spend at minimum $100. Grocery store, $100. Going to get gas, well, that's like $50. But if I'm going to get gas, I'm also going to get something else. So it's probably gas and groceries at the same time. So that's $150. Going to get a cut, I get the taper, get the line. That's like $40. But then I gotta go get the retwist. So that's like another $100. So that's $150 again. Even say if I want to go out and have a good time with somebody. Personally, I don't drink anymore, but still, if I'm out with somebody, I'm paying the bill. They're gonna get drinks. That's like $30, $40. Food, it's gonna be like $50, $60 collectively. So minimum, we spending like $100 again, bro. And I feel like this is just recently happened. And even after 2020, I don't remember spending this much money. Bro, something's gotta give, bro. Cause $100 to step out the crib is crazy.
I have a totally different outlook of when I see people not doing anything anymore. When I see people staying home and they look, I'm rocking out at home, I'm cooking at home, I'm having a cookout, I'm doing this. My son's or my daughter's birthday, I'm having at my house. I'm starting to see why it makes sense. When you look at all the price gouging of just going places, having a birthday party somewhere, dog, it look like you going to a goddamn resort when you look at how much money you spent just for a kid's birthday party. It is ridiculously expensive just to do anything. They make it to a point where they make it hard to be able to want to put money into a company, to be like, look, man, I want to promote your company because I like what y'all doing. We don't give a damn about what y'all doing no more because we ain't got the funds for it.
On the realest of real shit, do not invite me nowhere unless you're gonna come pick me up. Gas is hitting $5 by June, and honestly, it's already $5 in certain spots, so I won't be going nowhere. I told y'all my budget was $350. $350 was already too much. I got a 14-gallon tank. I drive a Buick Encore. What do you mean $5 times 14 is $70? I can't spend $70 a week. My budget was $30. That's $40 over my budget. I don't know nothing about going out. You understand that? I don't know about none of that. Can't afford to. Okay, so I'm gonna be at the house unless I get some extra money or something. And even at that point, I'm gonna start saving it. Everything's fucking expensive. I done took my kids to the dentist today, got a membership with them. It's $75, and they said the cleaning in itself is $94. I said, ma'am, schedule me for next month. I'm about to figure out how to get $94. I ain't got that up front. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'll clean them at home. What I gotta do? I will clean them hoes at home. Teeth are clean though, no cavities.
Let's be real. You probably don't have any friends because you're broke. Come on, y'all, let's talk about it. Here's the thing. You can't hang out without spending money. $50 minimum. And don't get me started on dates, especially the type of time I'm on, because I don't do Dutch. We spend 90% of our time alternating between the job and the couch. And when we were younger, community used to be effortless. You had school, you had church, outside. To be a kid in the 90s again. Life changes, but there's nothing really modern to replace those. Historically, humans relied on free, low-stakes environments to just exist and organically connect with community. Public squares, walkable local diners, diners, community centers, park. We're literally experiencing the commodification of connection. We can't just hang out anymore. You gotta buy a latte, a drink. The gym is cool, but you gotta have a membership. All of this contributes to the loneliness epidemic, and that's not on you. Let's be real, we just been priced out of our community.
And bitch, I've been saying this for years, but I cannot afford to go to hell at all. Hell ain't got no AC. I can't. The heat that's going on in New York City right now is so stink and trifling. None of you hoes better tempt me to say some bad shit.
Okay? I used to be out in the calle all the time. I bet y'all don't know Spanish. The street. Now I'm stuck in the house doing a señora life.
So Chipotle is raising their prices again. And apparently the CEO of Chipotle is saying, if you're broke, then Chipotle is not the place for you. I mean, that's what he's saying in so many words. Basically, he's saying that their core customer base, 60% of their core customer base are people who make over $100,000 a year. Yeah. So basically, they're saying that the majority of their customers, 60%, make over $100,000 a year. Therefore, they won't mind the 1% to 2% price increase because they can basically afford it. And those are the people they are targeting as their core audience regarding their new price increase. So basically, if you're broke, Chipotle is not the spot for you. Do not go to Chipotle. Their core customers are at $100,000 a year. They're confident that they can lean into that group a more meaningful way.
Yeah, how much does it actually cost a restaurant to serve a couple for a 3-course meal compared to what they actually pay?
I'm sure many restaurateurs and food businesses come across the same question or a perception that people in the food industry make a lot of money. The reality is completely opposite. Food business generally operates on a gross profit of around 20 to 25%. So firstly, people need to understand there's a lot of cost behind it. Staff, salaries, rent, rates, taxes, number of factors. If a customer spends £10 with you, a restaurant makes probably £1 in the pocket. But since COVID, the prices, the inflation, the food costs have gone sky high. When the customers are going out, they are not just going out for a meal, they're going out for an experience. And a lot of people think it's just about the food they're paying for, but in reality, they're paying for the experience and the mechanism behind that, which brings the food on their table.
Is it just me, or does anyone else genuinely hate going to restaurants now? Like, I really love just simple, basic food at home. And whenever I decide to go to a restaurant, I pay $1,800 and it's the most mid thing ever, or it's not exactly to my taste, or it's just really disappointing. And so I'm like, I just resent the whole thing. Like, the portion is like this, the bill is $982, and it's gross. It's just simply gross. I don't know what happened, if it's like America, if it's everywhere, but I'm not even excited about going to try new restaurants at this point, which is great for my bank account.
Dating in the United States of America has gotten so expensive that nearly half of those who are single right now just have stopped dating. It's no longer worth it for them. Because right now, on average, singles are spending $189 for a night out. That's according to a new Bank of Montreal analysis. That's up 12.5% from $168 last year. And guess who's paying the most? Millennials. Millennials on average are spending $252 for a date night. That's a 32% jump from 2025. Gen Z, well, you're spending $205 on average for a date night, up from $194. 14% of those surveyed spend on average $300 or more for a date night. And when you go out, it's not like you're getting a ton for $200 anymore. There are plenty of taxes. You have to make sure to tip. Restaurants are charging an exorbitant amount of money for anything nowadays. According to a recent study done by Mando Media, in New York City, for example, for $122, you get a starter, 2 entrees, and 2 cocktails. That's it. That's before tax and tip. Are you a single? Have you stopped dating? Is it too expensive? Let me know. Spread the word. Follow.
You're one of those men that feel like you cannot give a woman a dinner date because you feel like she just wants a free meal and she's not trying to get to know you. You're broke.
That's crazy. Why would I pay for someone that doesn't want to get to know me?
For you to think that women need to date you to get a free meal kind of implies that you're assuming that everyone is struggling, and it sounds like projection to me.
Consider yourself blessed. You have a girlfriend.
Thank
This is what dating has become in 2026. I do.
This is what dating has become.
dumb. It's disgusting.
To come on the internet and complain about that just lets me know you're dating out of your tax bracket. Just find the women that you can afford, and then it won't be an issue.
Who the inflated her head this much?
You can't keep up spending $200 every Saturday to try to, meet other women or try to go out on dates. You can't afford it. It's okay.
If you have the entitlement to see within my wallet, I have the entitlement to see within your body count.
So the Breakfast Club is having a conversation about why people is not really like dating like that anymore. And basically it's too expensive. That's the solution. That's the scenario. That's what they're saying. So with that being said, I want to weigh in on that subject. I can agree that it's too expensive just to be dating like different people or whatever, especially with y'all with the mental of you got to take her to a 5-star restaurant or jet skiing on the first date. Those are not dates. Those are fun. That's entertainment. I think a first date should be like, go to Fat Tuesday, get a drink, walk the beach with your little drink or whatever. Or, I mean, everybody don't have a Fat Tuesdays and everybody don't have a beach, but something up in that area. I'm sure you can kind of like figure out what it is that I'm trying to say. And then another first date for me is Chili's. Like, who eat a triple dipper right now? I love Chili's, y'all, but seriously, they be having like drink of the month or stuff like that. Like, you don't take nobody straight to no 5-star restaurant. Ain't your fucking birthday. And then who's to say y'all go work out? So you have to think of other little places. I mean, maybe they don't want to go to Snappers or little chicken joints or whatever. And I'm saying Snappers because I'm in Miami and that's what we got on every corner, baby. But I'm just saying, like, you have to look up little coupons, use your Groupon or whatever, and find dates like that because it's too fucking expensive out here. People got to pay their bills. Gas motherfucking sky high through the motherfucking roof. Trump, you done cost this war. And I know I'm getting off subject right now, but you done cost this motherfucking war. And I'm over here paying $5 a gallon for gas.
Low-key, getting dumped was low-key a blessing because I was spending a lot of money on her. Like, way too motherfucking much money on that girl. Like, every damn day, every time I seen her, I was spending at least $120 every time. Like, dating a girl is expensive. Like, you want to have some money. Like, and I got it. Like, it's not a problem. It's just like, that was my first girlfriend, and I did not expect it to be that expensive. Yes, it was. So, if any girl wants to date me, don't even bother. It ain't happening. Keep my money to myself. I'm quite selfish when it comes to certain things in my life, like my time, my money, and things like that. So, yeah. And nobody's getting that amount from me again. So I'm gonna stay happily single with my bag and keep it to myself. Thank you.
I don't understand how your family can say they love you and they care about you, but they only want to be around you when the fuck it's time to drink and be at the clubs and be at the bars and stuff like that. Like, how can you say you love me if you're not trying to have no type of conversation with me about life, trying to have no type of stimulation towards my mental stability, trying to have no type of nothing going on in my life that's conducive to my life, that's going to produce anything positive. You only come around when it's time to turn up. But just because you're family, that makes it right. No, it doesn't. You're a bad fucking influence and you need to be stopped. Like, hell no. That's why I be in the crib. I am in the house. I don't give a fuck what's going on, what's outside, who at the bar, who at the club. Baby, I don't care about none of that. A bitch like me be in the crib. Family or no family, I'm not going outside. I'm in the crib, chilling, minding my business.
Studies have shown that more people than ever are staying home and not doing anything, and I'm going to tell you why. Because every time you open your front door, without fail, it costs you at least $20. Whether it's the gas to drive where you're going, or the food when you get there, or the entry fee for whatever, or parking, or just whatever, man. You can't do anything for free anymore, so people just aren't doing anything. Everything costs too much money. That's why people are staying home. So if you just leave the front door shut, the money stays in your pocket. For the most part.
I went outside for less than 2 hours and spent thousands of fucking dollars. I'm exaggerating, but am I? Why is everything so fucking expensive?
Reaching out to going back to Honolulu just to get that Maui Wowie, that Maui Wowie.
I'm just wondering, is it just me, or do we not like going outside anymore? Like, I'm a millennial. I'm in my 30s. I like to have fun. I do. But I don't like going nowhere anymore. It don't feel the same. It doesn't feel how it used to feel when it was just fun and you didn't have to worry. It don't feel like that no more. Like, I be wanting to dress up and look good and go places, and then after I do the work to get ready to go, I'm like, I don't feel like it. Like, I just want to take a picture and look good and be done, but I don't really want to go anywhere. Is that just me? Is that new? Is that all millennials or what? Because I'd rather just go home and just be in the house, turn up in the crib. I don't know. What y'all think?
And people are like, oh, you're a bit of a homebody. Yeah, it's expensive as fuck outside. Every time you leave the house, it costs $500. I go to the grocery store for toilet paper and eggs, and I have to get a line of credit out. That's how much it costs.
When people are like, how do you go days without leaving your house? And I'm like, oh, it's expensive outside.
So one of the hardest parts about being a homebody that nobody talks about, because I am a real life homebody. I don't go anywhere but work. And I do content, so I have to force myself to go outside. But the hardest part about being a homebody is when you actually do be feeling yourself, you're like, okay, I want to go outside. Like, I'm tired of being in the house. Like, I want to go outside. Like, I don't care if it's just running some errands. You really don't be knowing where to go. Like, you do not be knowing where to go. It just feels so awkward being outside. Like, everything feels so forced. I would literally go in every single store and just be like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go shopping today. Or like, maybe I want some donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. Or like, maybe I want to go by the mall. And it's like, then you end up spending unnecessary money that you ain't even planning on spending. It's because going outside is expensive anyways. But it is so hard trying to figure out what to do once you get outside, because I'm like outside and I'm just sitting in these people parking lot, like trying to figure out where I'm gonna go next because I don't want to go home.
What have you realized you like less and less the older you get?
The outside. It cost me $100 every time I step out of my front door.
You wonder why Gen Z doesn't have a social life? $4 gas is why. $4 gas, because no one can afford to go out with their friends or go to dinner, and then they have to pay for gas to get to dinner, and then we're freaking broke. This is why housing has gone up. Rice is up 45%. Look at this graphic. This is why Gen Z cannot afford to get married, does not want to have kids. This is why. And they tell us we're lazy. No, everything is just going up beyond oblivion. Comment what gas is in your city. Smash like a shit.
Every third place, the park, the mosque, the church, the town square, the barber shop, has been systematically replaced. Not by accident, but by economics. Third places don't monetize well, so they don't get built. What replaces them are subscription services, content platforms, and delivery apps, all of which can be consumed alone. It's no surprise the U.S. Surgeon General declared loneliness a public health crisis. It benefits the state to remain atomized. You're not bad at socializing, or at least it's probably not the main issue. The infrastructure for socializing was quietly and systematically removed and replaced with something you pay for on a monthly basis.
Here's the part that got me. The U.S. Surgeon General didn't declare a spending crisis. He declared a loneliness crisis. And those two things, they're the same thing now. Third places, the park, the barbershop, the diner, the community center, gone. Not by accident, by economics. Because those spaces don't monetize well, so they don't get built. What replaced them? A Netflix subscription, a DoorDash order, and an algorithm that knows exactly what keeps you on the couch. And now we're calling ourselves homebodies like it's a personality trait. It's not a personality trait. It's a survival strategy. Think about what it actually costs to just exist outside now. Gas is $50 just to fill up, and that's before you make one extra stop. Add groceries to that same trip and you're already at $150. Get a haircut and a retwist, another $150. Take somebody out to eat, pick up the bill, that's $100 right there. And you haven't even had a real night out yet. No wonder people are closing the front door and calling it a financial decision. So what do you actually do with this? Stop being reactive. Stop saying yes to every function just because your friends are going. Start being intentional about where your money goes socially. Because in 2025, your social life has a budget whether you planned one or not. But here's what I want from you right now. Drop it in the comments. When did you stop going outside? Was it gas prices? A date that cost you $200 and went nowhere? A kid's birthday party that looked like a resort bill? Or did you just slowly realize that your couch never disappoints you? Because I think for a lot of us, the house didn't become home. Outside just became too expensive to pretend it was still worth it. I'm Q, and this has been the new normal. See you next episode.